Welcome back to the channel, guys. Farm Sim Snowy here. So in this video we're going to take a look at the AI workers, how they work and what to do to set them up. So just like FS19, if you're all ready to go at the edge of a field, this is all hooked up to a cultivator. If I jump in this Massey Ferguson now, start it up, in the help menu there you've got a hire AI worker. So I'm on PS5, so for me that's circle. So if I press circle, they should then go forward, drop the cultivator, and away they go. So that is one way to start them off. Like I say, exactly the same as FS19. Or we've got this awesome setup now. I know PC guys have obviously had to follow me and some other mods that do this similar sort of thing, but for us console players this is a massive step up and breakthrough. It does come with its little niggles and flaws. We may come across some of that whilst recording this video, but when I was sort of playing around earlier I had to reset some workers a couple of times because they got stuck in traffic, or one of them just got stuck on our silo at the farm, which was quite amusing. So it could happen in this video. But for instance, if we jump into the pickup, because we have nothing attached to this pickup, if you look at the help menu, it says open AI worker menu. So if I hit circle, it now opens up this active workers menu, which is on your main screen. This is the normal map menu. If you come down one to the little steering wheel symbol, that's our active workers. It shows you all the workers you've got going. So we've got this guy here. He's doing our cultivating for us. We'll click back on the pickup. Now down the bottom of the screen it says create job, and for me that is hit the X button. So if I press X, that opens up this menu, and like I said, because we haven't got anything attached to the pickup, all we can do is a go to job. So that basically means you can send this pickup to any destination you pick. Now you've got to sort of be a little bit reasonable. You've got to send them somewhere where they can manage and actually go to. So what I'm going to do is you come down to target position and click on that. Again, for me, the X button. And it brings up this cursor, which we can now move around the map with the right thumbstick. So I'm going to just send the pickup up to the fuel station here. So if I zoom in, it's a little bit more accurate. So if I press select, which is R3 for me, you can just see down the bottom of the screen. So I want it roughly about there. Click on that. Now it brings up this, which is pick a target rotation. So basically that means you can pick any way you want them to face. So whatever way that arrow is pointing, that is the way they will end up. They will get to that point and they'll be facing that way, and that'll be it. So again, select for me, R3. So I want them facing that way, and now down the bottom of the screen that changes to start job. So for me that's the square button. So if I hit that, that starts that job. Now you can see active workers, we've got the Massey Ferguson going, and now the pickup. We come out, we're still in the pickup with them, but we're not driving. As you can see, the help window there, it says dismiss AI workers, so you can do that if you want. So if they get into trouble, you might have to dismiss them and set them all up again. And as you can see, it's a little bit stuttery here and there, but once they get on the sort of open road, it's pretty cool. I think it's brilliant because it opens up a whole new sort of world for us console guys. You can send the workers to do different jobs while you're carrying on at your farm. Now hopefully they should turn into here, the fuel station. Ooh, they're going to go up the curb. No, they're not. And they should face that way. Like I say, anything could happen in this video. So that is, where are they going? So they're going to turn right round, I think, and face the right way. So as you can see, some of it's not very pretty, but there you go. AI worker H has completed their task. Now because we stayed with them in the vehicle, we are now in the vehicle. If we weren't in the vehicle, they would just stop, engine would be off and they would be out, there'd be no one in the pickup. So I'm going to turn that engine off. I'm going to jump back over to our farm because I'm going to show you the next sort of one. So we're going to jump into the voucher. Now if you're not attached to anything, you will have the Open AI Worker menu come up, but as soon as I hook up to this seeder, that then disappears and it just says Hire AI Worker. If I hit that now, you get that message come up. AI Worker V has stopped work unexpectedly, no field found. Because they don't know where they've got to go. You haven't given them a destination, so you don't want that. So every time you're hooked up to something mechanically, so if we were in the harvester over there, it would just say Hire AI Worker. We're hooked up to the seeder, it just says Hire AI Worker. And when we hooked up to the cultivator earlier, it said exactly the same. Because you're hooked up to something that will actually do something, I hope that makes sense, you will lose that Open AI Worker menu. The trailer over there is a different matter, because that trailer obviously doesn't do anything, it just carries your materials. So you will have the menu, which we'll look at in a second as well. Now because I've got seasonal growth on, if we come down to the crop calendar, we're in August, I can plant canola. So I'm going to get that worker to start planting canola in field 41 because that is ready to go. So I need to change my seed by L1 and triangle to canola like so, because otherwise they won't be able to plant anything. I'm just going to pull forward, hopefully from here they will head over to there. So we need to open the menu now ourselves by pressing the pause menu start button, come down to the steering wheel, and we're now at our create job menu again with our active workers. So if I hit create job again, X for me, we've now got the field work option as well as the go to. So we want field work, so we come down to target position, click on that. Now if you zoom in as much as you can, because you can be a bit more accurate, what you want to do if you're doing field work like this, you want to start them off in a corner. So if I try and pick this corner right up here and press select again for me, R3, it then comes up with a rotation again. We can move that around. I want them to start seeding down that way on the field. So if I press select again, and then it will come up with start job. So I hit square, start job, we'll come back out. Hopefully they will head down to that corner, turn on the seeder and start putting canola into that field. Please work. Obviously they're over a little bit, but that's because that's the way I positioned it. But as you can see, they are putting canola into our field. They will carry on doing that until they either run out of seed or you dismiss them. Obviously if you've got it on auto refill or workers to buy seed, they will carry on. If we go into this menu, we can see we've got canola going into the ground. How cool is that? So that is another way of getting a worker going. If we tab across to this guy, what we're going to do now is look at the deliver and then the load and deliver option. Which obviously we've got a trailer full of wheat here. So I'll just show you, look, you don't have to be jumping into the tractor. So like that. And like I said, actually good job I did jump in. Because this isn't sort of mechanically, it doesn't do anything, the trailer, we've got our open AI worker menu, so we can jump in there from that. If I jump out of that, I'm just going to show you that you can actually select it from this menu, so we know this is the tractor we want. So if I click on that, comes up with the type of tractor. If I go create job, then it opens up even more options for us. So we've now got load and deliver, go to, deliver, and then back to load and deliver. So what I want to do first is I want to do deliver. I want them to deliver this trailer full of wheat. We're going to come down and we are going to get them to take it to a grain mill, which is there. Now you don't need to worry about the loading position because they're already loaded, so skip past that. And then we've got looping or no looping. If you have it on no looping, they will go all the way up to the grain mill, which is here, and they will unload that grain and they will stop there, and that will be their task finished. The tractor and trailer will be up here at the grain mill. If you have it on looping, they will do that same process, but they will come back all the way back to the farm where they started, facing the same way, exactly the same point as where they started. And I believe they will wait there until you load them up with something else. So it's quite cool, because I guess if you're loading up from a bunker silo with silage, if you send them off, they will come back and then you can start tipping in. Now whether they drive off again after just one bucket load, I don't know, or whether they sit there until they've got a full trailer load, I'm not sure. I've not tested that. This is just sort of the basics. So that's all set up. We've got it on looping, so they should come back to the farm. Now if I hit square, it says start job down the bottom, so I hit square, off they go. So just to prove that you don't need to be with them, and then off they go, look, off to the grain mill. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump over to the grain mill, and hopefully we'll see them arrive. We'll see them tip the wheat up, and then hopefully they'll carry on, you know, their journey back here. And then I'll do the same. I'll jump back down here and we'll see them arrive again. So I'll see you up at the grain mill very shortly. That looks absolutely stunning over there. Anyway, I'm up at the grain mill, which is just here. Hopefully our worker is just about here. Here they are. So we'll watch them, see what they do. Hopefully they'll tip up the grain, and once that's empty they'll head on off out that way, back round here, and head back to our farm for us. So that's the best way to get your tractor and trailer back to the farm, is to have it on looping. So there goes the grain. Hopefully our money will be going up. There we go. Happy days. They are now empty. We've got 5,879 euros for the wheat. And they should drive off now. Cover on. This is brilliant. Like I say, it's not without its little niggles, but when it works, it's brilliant. And off they go. They're going back to the farm. Slow down, that's my tractor. How cool's that? Oh, what's that about? Is there a rabbit there or something? Nope. Another little niggle. I'll see you back at the farm and we'll watch them come in and see how they finish. So far this has been a flawless run. I've not had to reset them. So they should come in there and they should pull up and face that way, which is the way we started them. I'm guessing they're going to pull round. I wonder if the cover's going to come off because they're going to wait for another load. That is my thinking. Yeah, cover's off. Wow, look at that. facing the way they were. So they're still in there because they're waiting for you to load that back up. But we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is jump in. We're going to dismiss that worker. Because now what I want to try is if we open AI worker menu and we create a job again, we are now going to try the load and deliver. Now, if you've got some exclamation marks in the triangles like I have there, that is basically telling you that there's something wrong, you can't do that. So we can't load up from the biogas plant and we can't take it to the livestock market. So we need to go through and find our silo, because that is where we want them to load up from, which is that. So we've still got the exclamation mark. That is because we haven't selected what we want them to load up. So now scroll through until we get to wheat. We've got 16,000 litres in our silo. And because our trailer only holds 8,000, if we have it on looping, they will then deliver that to the grain mill, come back, grab another load, and they will carry on doing that until your silo is empty or if you dismiss them. So I'm going to get them to take the wheat. So go down to unloading station. I'm going to take them to the grain mill again, and we're going to have it on looping. So we want them to come back and grab another load. So that is all set up. If we just hit square to start job, come out of that menu, hopefully they will come round, go to our silo. What way are they going to go in? Oh, they're going to go round that way and come back on themselves. Hopefully they won't get stuck. I think this is brilliant though. Absolutely brilliant. So there you go. Wheat going in. 8,000 litres. Cover back on. Off they go to the grain mill. What I'm going to do, because you've already seen that process, I'm going to cut to them coming back in the farm. And then we'll see them go up and they should grab their second load. So I'll see you in a bit. Here they come again for another load of wheat. We'll just follow them. We'll watch them load up the next load, and then when they head off, I think we'll leave it there for the video. That gives you a sort of insight into how the AI workers work, how to sort of set them up. Like I've said a couple of times, it does have its little niggles. You may have to find yourself sort of resetting them, dismissing them and resetting them again, but it is very awesome, I must say. I am impressed with it, and so far, touch wood, I haven't had to reset any of them in this video. So there you go, off they go to the grain mill. Once they've done that, they come back. I'm guessing, well, I'm not sure where they'll stop actually. Maybe over there where we started them, or over there at the silo, I'm not sure, but they will eventually stop because there's no more, I guess over there actually, because they're going to find out there's no more wheat left in the silo, and it will come up probably all done and dusted. So I hope you have all enjoyed the video, and I hope it has helped some of you guys. It took a little while for me to figure it out. I hope I haven't brainwashed any of you. If you have enjoyed it, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.